11:30 in the night. We're just getting into Tawasin. I have to drive to Port Moody. I snoozed. Most people stayed on their cars. We should have done that and slept in the van. Duh. Chilling till I've had a good sleep. We have officially reached the halfway point of our trip. We are headed eastbound today through the Crow's Nest Pass on the southern part of British Columbia. Through the desert. It's supposed to be a high of 36 or 38 degrees today, so we are looking to book a campsite at a campground that has a river running through it for the dogs and for us. We're just going to play that by ear, hoping to stop at some fruit stands. It's been such a blast, BC. Thanks for having us. You ready? Peace out, Billy.
Billy.
Or Port Moody.
Gotta replace the knob again.
It's been awesome. Today we're on the Crow's Nest Pass and it's quite toasty, so we've stopped at one of the picnic areas for the doggos to have a little refreshment.
And you go for a little wait about. And you go, Till.
This is lovely, like seriously lovely. I wish you had shorts on. Whoa. Well, we were trucking along the Crow's Nest Pass pretty good just outside of Soyuz, and there's been a head-on collision. So now we're stuck in a line waiting for what probably will be quite a while. I think it's about 36 degrees Celsius, but there's a breeze. So hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah, or there's some bong action here in front of us. As long as it's legal. It's legal. So they're having a good time. Anywho, hopefully everybody's okay. It's turned into a rave in the line as we wait for the cleanup to happen. Tulip and Tilly are less than impressed. The guy behind us or in front of us is some kind of DJ. There's lots of drugs happening.
DJ in the back.
Lots of nakedness happening.
Strippers in the front.
If you ever want to get trapped in the traffic line, I guess Osoyoos is the place to be. This is weird. This is one of the perks of road tripping. You get to see all sorts. Okay, peeps, we just made it to, this is called Kettle River Provincial Park. It's just outside of Osoyoos. We're letting the van cool down from a hard day's driving. It's really hot out. But look at this place. I've never even heard of it before. We wanted to stay somewhere else, but this place is dreamy. So dreamy. And it's hot, but because we're under all of these massive pine trees, it's just awesome. We have all of this open space behind us. So Brian's got the dogs out for a walk, and then we're gonna head down to the river for a swim. So that'll be nice. Bringing the girls down after a hot day's drive in the van for another little cool down. It's rocky on the bottom, so tough to walk. Look at this beautiful. That is amazing. Okay, I'm going swimming. This is awesome.
Mom's flat out in the water.
Cooling off my entire body, but it's really not that hot down here.
What do you think? What you got, Toots? Tooties. Waggle bum.
Holy, what a campsite. Okay, I know I've said it 1,000 times already. Kettle River Provincial Park, just east of Osoyoos. We're set up. I just had an awesome dip in the river, but just a couple of noteworthy things. Almost everything is brand new. The pit toilets are actually flush toilets with running water, sinks, soap, all that jazz, on like fresh concrete, open to the outside so they don't smell, like super clean. All of the picnic tables, they must have done a lot of work in here. Brian and I figured that a fire has come through in the last number of years, the last couple of years for sure. Not through this part of the park, but as you drive in. And we wonder if that's where all of these amazing improvements have come from. But every single picnic table is on a fresh, brand new concrete pad. I can't say enough about this place, and we just got here. It's beautiful. The sites are large, private. We got one of the last ones, so it's a shared site, so there's that Airstream just on the other side, but we're just here to sleep. But if you reserved this, it would be cool if you had 2 parties and you wanted to share this site. So I'm telling you, you gotta come here, especially if you live in BC and you're close. This would be a primo summer camping experience. Okay, I've said enough. And there's cute little prairie dogs. That's the other thing. And they have pretty chill dog rules, so that's also really great. Post river roll in the grass. Hey. Hey, buddy. You're cute. We drove for most of the day again today. We had a slow start from Kettle River Provincial Park this morning because we met these amazing folks, Rosemary and Dave, who we talked to for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, which put us, both of us, behind schedule. Everything happens for a reason, so we were stuck behind that horrific head-on collision yesterday on the Crow's Nest Pass. But had we not had that happen, we wouldn't have met our campmates from last night. So grateful for that. But today we drove all day, more through Crow's Nest Pass. Super hot again today, and we were trying to decide where to stop for the night, kind of going back and forth, and it was getting to be around 4:35, and we had 3 provincial parks all in order, and the one I didn't even consider. We were looking for ones that specifically have water, but I've been following this river along the Crow's Nest Pass as we go, and it's been beautiful because we've been stopping and letting the dogs out to cool down, and so we stopped at a provincial park. It's drive-in only, so kind of first come first serve, and it's called YAHK. We found a spot right on the river. It's gorgeous, like well shaded. No running water here though, so it's just like pit toilets, which is fine because we took beautiful showers this morning at Kettle River. But check this out. This is right at our site. So here's the river, and campers, whoever was here before us, built up this beautiful, like little rocky pond area to make the water deeper to sit in. It's got a bunch of water striders in there, but we are going to, so the dogs have already been in for a little dip and swim, which is so great for them because I'm telling you, it's hot. So and none of us are really used to the heat, so we are going to enjoy a little bathing experience. This is so perfect. How perfect is this? This is so nice. You want to come in? No. Oh.
Yeah. Come in tonight.
It's so funny how you can be so hot and then too chicken to get cold. This is amazing. This is the Yak River. I guess you pronounce it Yak, Y-A-H-K. There's only one good way to get in here, Toots. Yeah, that's a good one. Here. Here. Bri, will you help her with that? Just break it in half. Good morning. from, I'm pretty sure it's Yak Provincial Park. So you'll notice, well, you may not notice that we are at a different campsite this morning because this happened.
Yes. You're in a reserved spot. Oh. I wonder why it was so nice.
So we are at a different campsite this morning because we actually stole somebody's campsite, which was awesome. So we got down into our little like pool and the dogs and I were in there and Brian was just getting ready to come in and the park, whatever superintendent or warden or park person came up and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, this site is reserved. So I guess I just didn't recognize or acknowledge the reserve sign on the post when I booked it, but it doesn't matter because we got our little swim in and our little cool down, and then we were moved to this site, which is also really great, especially for the dogs because it's all naturalized area behind us and it backs onto a rail trail. But I do have to mention one thing about this campground that we didn't know about, and that is the fact that a train, I feel like it was running straight through it last night, is very close to here. So there was a lot of train activity last night while we were sleeping. So if you don't like trains rumbling through your camp in the middle of the night, this place is not for you. There were a lot of trains. I'm going to say at least after 8:30 last night, there were at least 3. So you just get to bed and then a train comes rolling along, honking its, beeping its horn and honking its whistle or whatever it's called. What is that called? A horn. Anyways, today we are trying to make it out of BC into Alberta, so we'll keep you posted. We're finishing off the rest of the Crow's Nest Pass, which has been a haul for Myrtle. Like Myrtle is feeling it because it's super hot, but it's also a lot of mountain climbs and downhills. So super proud of Mertz for making this journey. Anyways, having coffee. We'll peace out when we peace out from BC. Elk crossing. That was cool. Oh, this is a real one. Really big one. Peace out, Billy. We're BC. It's been a slice and a half. We will be back. It's been awesome. Hey everybody, we made it today to Tabor, Alberta. We are staying tonight at Tabor Municipal Campground. On the map, it says it's a provincial park. So unless there's a provincial park and we missed it, I think it's the same one. It's a really nice campground, lots of cottonwoods for shade, bathrooms, showers, a river, not deep, just with a like cobble bottom, but nice enough that the dogs can get in and I could get in to cool down. It is hot here. The theme of today's driving was what? What was the theme of today's driving? You guess, you say what it was. What was the theme for today? Driving. I don't know. What was our challenge? Was poor traffic control.
Oh.
In Alberta, however.
Paving to the turn of an hour wait.
Yeah, they were paving. And the wait was so hot, like on hot, open asphalt. And at one point we thought like the traffic controller didn't have a radio, so they didn't know when to turn their sign. Anyways, we waited a very long time, 2 times on the Crow's Nest Pass. We were just coming out of Fernie into, I think it was called Crow's Nest or something, like just that transition just into Alberta.
What'd you call it?
Crow's Nest? Fernie.
I thought you called it curb nuts.
No. Anyways, it was hot. It was a long day of driving, but we made some good headway. It's a good thing I left British Columbia because I discovered Cobb's Bread and Bakery. I may or may not have spent $50 on, we just had their little pizzas. I also bought some kind of cheese herb loaf pull apart bread and
some muffin,
a number of scones, different tastes, different flavors. So anyways, we got Myrtle popped up, airing out. So this is what happens every night after we're driving in the heat. You'd have to ask my mechanic what this is, what this purpose is. But check it. We have an electrical site, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But we got the Blue Eddy hooked up to a fan on a stump. Cooling the engine. Yeah. This is what happens. Cooling her down. Anyways, stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully tune in from Saskatchewan. Mechanic's getting ready to check the valves in the morning. It's too hot tonight still to do it. So it's got to be a morning job. These little road trippers, after their swim in the river, are ready for bed. Go here, do this.
No card deals.
Boo.
Ace is a 1.
I win?
No.
2?
Yeah.
12?
15.
Why? Why do
15
you
to 2, you can make 15.
If you make 15, you get
when you're
2
counting,
marks?
when you start, yeah.
All right, we just had a mechanic's break to fix the gasket on the valve cover. Oh boy, I should ask my mechanic. In the shade, so that was nice. Had a nice little lunch break, talked to some locals in Medicine Hat. I mean, I would just want to live here because I like the name of the place. But we're gonna hit the road here. Mom is in the driver's seat.
Oh boy.
Oh, he makes for a good time. I'm only allowed to drive on the prairies, and I wouldn't have wanted to drive through the mountains. I had enough anxiety holding on without driving. Here we are, back on the road. We made it to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, and today, by a couple of hours, narrowly missed a tornado warning in swift current, so that's kind of scary. We're just watching the radar now to see what develops that way. But we got a hotel room for tonight because there aren't any great camping spots in this area, and we drove for about 8 or 9 hours today, and it was really hot and just had it. We just needed a reset for the next leg of our trip. So we just got takeout from an awesome local restaurant, Irish pub restaurant called Bobby's. Highly recommend if you're ever in Moose Jaw. Here are our digs for the evening. Tulip and Tilly, there's Till. Tulip is sniffing over there because there's food out, are settling in nicely. But yeah, we had a really great drive today through the prairies. I saw a pronghorn, antelope, buck dead on the road. That was sad. And a couple groups of pronghorn, which is always so exciting for me. And again, on the way back, I love the prairies. I drove all day today. Brian is the king of the mountain. I am the queen of the prairies, mostly because you have to be paying attention, and Myrtle is a little finicky. Surprise, surprise, through the mountains. So I had the easy stretch of driving straight. And what I like about the prairies is, you know, when they say like, there's always surprise around the next bend. In the prairies, there are no surprises around any bends because there aren't bends. You can see around every bend. So it's awesome because you can see so far. So we pull out the binoculars and really have a good look, and it also allows Brian to scout for old rusty vehicles in fields. So anyways, we had a really great day. Tomorrow, we're headed to Manitoba. We're gonna try and camp at Spruce Woods and then Rushing River in Kenora the next day. That's the plan anyways, we'll see. My morning windshield clean from all the grasshopper guts, driving across Alberta in Saskatchewan. I'm not paying this guy enough, I don't think. Real quality job. Peace out, Billy.
More Moose Jaw.
We drove all day today, pretty much from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan to, well, we're at Spruce Woods Provincial Park Kitchi-Manitou campground. It's beautiful. It's huge. It looks like we might be getting some weather. There was some weather forecast. Hopefully not, because Mantilly had a night last night. We all did. So we'd like to get some sleep tonight, but we're just going to pop the top. So tonight might be a cool night to just show you, because we haven't showed you yet, how we do this and how this all works. So the first thing we do when we get to the campground is usually pop the top. So there's just a little lever inside that opens up the canvas, and then we open up this little thing for vents. It's screened. Yeah, so here is Brian's bunk that he sleeps in, and then I sleep down here with the dog, so it's pretty handy. And then, as you've seen, this chair, if it's bad weather, this chair swivels around and faces this way.
Inspector Clouseau.
Tulip, you're so cute. This is awesome. We just pulled in to our favorite site at Rushing River. So we got 87 and hopefully 88 again. It is so beautiful here today. It's not hot. Brian's just getting Myrtle popped up in the shade. My friends are doing their thing. So we're back in Ontario. Kind of a bittersweet feeling to know that our trip's almost over, but to be honest, we're both feeling anxious to get home. Not anxious, excited to get home. I miss my garden a lot, and I'm really looking forward to doing some canning. So looking forward to it. There's a gentleman down there, stonemason, rebuilding the sign. So Brian's gone down to make a new friend, and also to see if they will put a quarter into the concrete. So we'll see what he says. Looks like he took the bait and he put it in the concrete. It's a beautiful night. We're just playing frisbee and ball with the dogs. We just played a game of crib, which I'm still sucking hard at. But I had a hand of 22 tonight, so that was fun. But we have amassed a lot of stickers that we've been collecting, and I'm starting to forget some of where I got some of them. So tonight is a good night to put on some of the stickers, because I don't imagine we're going to get too many more between here and the end of the trip. Okay, so we got Tofino Brew Co. This is where we got the Spruce Tree beer that Brian really liked. So I got another Rushing River sticker, a circle one, because we don't have a circle one. We got a Mile Zero Coffee Company from Victoria that we bought some coffee at. This is from my friend Alice, this little piggy. So this is inside just to make sure that it withstands the weather. And then I got this sticker in Victoria, keep it shrimple, hilarious. I might put this one on the outside. And then this is we got this from the company in Ucluelet to support their salmon recovery program. So that's going to go in the front. And then Brian's saw shop sticker, Walker's Saw Shop, who does the saw work for Buck and Billy, who we didn't get to meet on this trip, but hopefully maybe next trip. Rushing River. Here. If anybody ever looked really closely at the van, they would see this peg and raker crosscut saw that we're bringing back for Stefan. That's funny. If you're ever in Nanaimo and you need saw work, Walkers.
That's the place to stop.
We packed these Fruit Loops all the way from Port Moody. They were a treat, and these are reminiscent of our camping days when we were kids. They had these little boxes with a T that you cut open, and you ate the cereal right out of the box. Peace out.
Peace out, Billy.
Or Kenora. Until next time. Russian River, you've been a slice. Love that provincial park. cruising through northern Ontario on Highway 17. Just before Quebec on your way west or after on your way east, you need to stop and get yourself an Eddie burger.
Bring yourself a napkin.
At the Eddie. Jeez. Yeah. Totally taken back my rating of Sleeping Giant Provincial Park. Although we didn't stay in the park again, we got to experience a little slice of heaven with some friends that live close to Sleeping Giant. What an amazing place, especially Lake Superior Provincial Park. So, ready? Peace out, Billy, or Sleeping Giant Provincial Park in Thunder Bay until we meet again, because we will be back, especially to do some hiking. What a place. And it even rained and thunderstormed this time, and there were mosquitoes, but Myrtle was in a good way. And she had the best parking spot of the trip, I would say, this time. Yeah, so it was pretty awesome. Thank you to our host. Thank you so much for the really special and awesome experience. Hey everybody. We are so lucky to have such amazing friends to host and love us. So last night we were invited to stay at our friend's place close to Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, which was an absolute gem. I couldn't even fathom that there were such beautiful places in Ontario as we saw yesterday. And our hosts were so gracious. And then we called another friend of ours yesterday to see if they were going to be up at their cottage. It's near Wawa. And they said that we missed them by a week, so they're coming up next week. But here's the directions to our place, and this is where we keep the key. And I'm telling you, this place is phenomenal. Check out this cabin. So vertical log, beautifully finished. And really the masterpiece is obviously outside, but inside. You should see the decor. It is like, oh my God, I love it. But look at this view we have tonight. Oh, there's a loon out there. Oh my gosh. Look at this. They have this beautiful closed-in porch. So we're gonna play a game of cribbage tonight. That's our toilet flushing water for tonight. There's a flush toilet here and power. Dreamy. We're sleeping in the bus, but we are going to play a game of cribbage on this beautiful porch. Made it to Wawa at Young's General Store. Myrtle and the moose. Check this out, an old school pickle barrel. You take the pickles and put them in the bag. Got me some pickles. Brian and his new BFF. Peace out.
Peace out,
Billy or Wawa. It's been a slice. Love it there. I got pickled in Wawa. I'm excited to eat the pickle. We're gonna stop for apple fritters at the Voyageur near Pancake Bay Provincial Park. And then we're headed to Shoots. This is gonna be our last night. Home tomorrow. Excited and sad all at once. Young's pickle from Young's General Store. Oh, they're good. All I need is a little peanut butter. Those are good. I should have got more. One bite?
No. Oh, they're good. These are good.
We had to stop at the Voyageur Lodge to get fresh, hot out of the fryer apple fritters. These are going to be good. How's your apple fritter?
Delicious.
Yeah. Who's your assistant? Apple fritters aren't for dogs. Toots. And hey, if you're ever south of Thessalon, stop here. Clarence's Fish Market. They have the best smoked fish in Ontario. It's amazing. Definitely worth the stop. This is pretty awesome. We just got back to Chutes, which is where we started. It was our first night camping. It's a beautiful afternoon, and the first time we were here we couldn't quite find the doggy park. Well, we didn't really look that hard, but this is it. So check out this dog park. It's fully fenced and shaded, so it's really great, and you can let your dogs off. And then just over here there is part of the river where you can take your dogs, so we're gonna head down there and let them have a little dip in the water and then head back to the campsite. So what we have here is Cajun smoked rainbow trout from Clarence's Fish Market. This is super delicious. Like, this isn't gonna last the night for sure. Okay folks, last probably stickers to stick on. I got pickled at Young's General Store from the pickles I got today, which were awesome. We got Keckabek Falls, and we got I Love Wawa. There we go.
Cleanup crew.
Peace out,
Billy.
More Chutes, Sudbury, and really the trip. It's been a slice. I know, it's sad, bittersweet.
Hi, my name's Hunter, and right now you're in my store called Nopamine Creations. And basically everything that's in here is made from myself or my mom, and a few other people, wonderful people that have just a few other things in here as well.
Okay, so Hunter is a friend from a number of years, was a student, now total awesome
BFF.
friend and creative wonder. But I want to quickly show you around her store. Where are we right now?
You're in Midland, Ontario, in Georgian Bay, southern Georgian Bay. So this
And
is
where
my
could
home.
people find you online?
Online, you can find us at Nopamine Creations. So it's NOOPIMIING and then Creations.
I'll put the contact in the description box below. But check this place out. Can't see the chickens for the trees. That's awesome. Hi, chicken.